Good morning. It is July the 4th. Happy 4th of July to all the American viewers. Today's episode is going to be a little shorter on Bitcoin prices because it's much the same as yesterday. We're going to be blasting off, but at the end of the video, I'm going to explain how I am trading silver using Bitcoin. That is, I gain more Bitcoin as silver prices go up. And if Bitcoin prices are going up and silver prices are going up, I'm double dipping. And I'll explain that more at the end. Let's jump into Bitcoin prices, which have been a decided pain in the ass for this last 6 weeks or so as we've been going sideways. And I've been bullish all the way through, even as we've been pulling back like this. When we go into the relative strength index, really not that exciting from this kind of layout, except when I start looking at the pattern that it's been building up here throughout this top pattern. We know that when it built up this kind of setup off the top here, it was completely different. And we had a good pullback from that. So I do believe that this is going to break up and go significantly higher. It's going to go really big. It's going to go fast. And if you're not prepared in there with a small position to start off with, it's going to be FOMO City. Just looking at the 4-hour MACD, we can see this cross as we dipped down and we finished our retest here. So did the MACD. So as this MACD is crossing, it's giving us early warning that we are starting the liftoff. And the Ichimoku cloud is still in the same place as yesterday's episode, where we're standing 1, 2, 3 formation stacked on 1, 2, 3 formation, making a larger nested 1, 2, 3, but no signal until we start building up out of this. The Ichimoku cloud is actually holding in a bearish stance on the 12-hour time frame because we're below the cloud and the blue line is crossed below the red here. And so until this picks up and we get some of the other bullish indicators actually moving through, the Ichimoku cloud is going to stay looking bearish. That means that as we have the potential to be breaking down these levels, I'll be pretty wary of it, except for where the Bollinger Band tells me to be relaxed, that we have room for the price to go down and still not threaten the third standard deviation. So if there is a dip down and prices are starting to take a dip through this period here, I'm not going to be too worried. Even if we get down to the 8,900 level, I think it'll be more panic in a buying opportunity that I'll be watching for at that time. Another Bollinger Band mean reversion buy signal here, setting us up with a 1, 2, 3 formation that you know I love, but it's also giving us a tiny 1, 2, 3 formation at the 3 spot of the 1, 2, 3. All of these things all building up, just that's what I look for, that's what I wait for. Then the next step is the risk control rules. Our pro alerts are absolutely crushing it. You can go over to introtocryptos.ca/alerts and you can watch this video of how we set up on this Cardano trade for 74% gains at that time. It's now up to 121% gains. We've got our stop above our entry. This is going to be an incredible bull run with the altcoins, but it's not the only market that's going to be going up, and that should get your attention with your Bitcoin. I love to trade altcoins so that I can grow my number of Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin is going to really go up to the $100,000, $250,000 mark over the years to come. And right now, there's an opportunity to use your Bitcoin to trade gold, silver, and other commodities. If you live outside of the US, you can benefit like I am by trading on simplefx.com. There is a referral link down below, and I'd be grateful if you used it, but it's not required. So let's take a look at the most exciting chart for me right now that I'm watching is silver prices. And we can see this long-term view that I have in silver prices. If we go to the log view and we draw this down and back a little bit, we can see that I believe silver prices are just at the very beginning of a really, really huge move, and that it's not going to be as smooth as I've drawn it for sure. We're going to be up and pull back, up and pull back, up and pull back along this way. But there's going to be some crazy moves coming up in silver. And here is the weekly view of silver, where we have a very beautiful cup with handle ready to break out above these levels. If Bitcoin and silver are both going up, then to have a low leverage trade here in silver that I intend to hold for as long as I can, it's a fantastic idea. And I want to finish this video with one more reflection of my own, is the weekly prices of the corn, wheat, oats, and soybeans. For those of you who are already familiar with my 1, 2, 3 bottom formation that I trade, let's take a look at the price of soybean futures. We can see a beautiful triple bottom here. And as we zoom in from this weekly and we move into the daily, we can see how this would, if this was an altcoin, I'd be all over this chart pattern breaking out like this. We've got a break of our downtrend. We see our 12-hour exponential moving average has crossed over. Prices have broken out. If they come back and I can get a position in on a small position on this, I would love to be able to trade this as a small token, as a cryptocurrency, rather than having to do a mini contract over on the commodities exchange. Just based on my trading system that we use here for the altcoins, when I apply it over onto the agriculturals in the world markets right now, they really stand out as pretty amazing opportunities. I want to zoom back a little bit more into the historical prices and just reflect on the support and resistance from where prices have moved up in the past. Another reason that I am super bullish on this and not really excited about it at all is the coronavirus scare has probably created a great big increase in the human population on the world. We're going to go from 7.7 billion people to 11.1 billion people, and we're going to eat everything off the face of the planet over the next few years. Add to that the compounding effect of the 12-year solar cycle, and we are very likely to have poor crop years coming up. So out of a 1, 2, 3 bottom, the 3 touches of death on this bottom, the triangle formation that's setting up in the agriculturals right now, and as a result of what I'm seeing here, I'm setting up separate coverage of the commodities markets for the ags, and I'm going to be doing a separate project on covering those markets. If you're interested in that, be sure to come and join us on Discord, and I'll give you the early link to that new community that we're going to be setting up just for the commodities, not for the cryptocurrencies. And now, wrapping it up, I expect that there could be some shenanigans going on with Bitcoin prices, could be pulling back to these levels and really scaring the daylights out of most everybody. It looks totally bearish, and I expect that it's going to be a absolute blast off from any kind of dip down like that. And I could be completely wrong. Those are my analysis, and I look forward to reviewing my own videos in 6 months to see how did I do. That's it for this episode. Thanks again for being here. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe, and I'll chat with you on Discord. Bye for now.